So now I'm going to teach you guys the secret to wealth. This is literally the secret to wealth, so pay attention. Compound interest, who's heard of it? So compound interest, this is Albert Einstein, and he said this quote, "Compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it." And compound interest is one of those topics that if you can get this and grasp this now, you will, and especially when you're young, you can create so much wealth for yourself over the long term. So I want to explain how many of you guys, most people could be dealing with compound interest without even knowing, but so simple interest, the way it works is, let's say somebody's paying you 7% on your money. This is a really high rate, you wouldn't get this, but let's say the bank's paying you 7% on your money for example purposes. So $1,000 you put into the bank, you get out $70, right? That's 7% of 1,000. So that's simple interest. Every year, year 1, year 2, year 3, it's the same amount of interest every year. Now, here's how compound interest works. Compound interest is interest on interest. And what that means is your year 1, you're still getting that $70. But look what happens in year 2. You're getting paid not only on your original $1,000, but also the $70 that you earned from last year. And this continues every single year. And what happens is your interest continues to grow. Does that make sense? You guys got all that? So this is why compound interest is so powerful, because it's not just the same interest every year. It's every year your balance is snowballing. It's literally a snowball. It's like carrying a snowball across the floor. That's what it is. Okay, so this is how compound interest works, and this is why people need it in their lives to build wealth. So whenever you contribute money, this is a chart that I created using a 7% return on your money. And I just used a $10,000 investment, just nice round numbers. And let's assume in 30 years' time, you've contributed $46,000 to this account. So your actual hard-earned money put into this account, $46,000 over 30 years. Guess how much money you actually have in 30 years? It's not $46,000. It's $189,000. So this is why compound interest is so powerful, because you can contribute, start with a little bit, and then at the end of 30 years, you've got 4 times your money, almost. So you're not actually putting in as much as you're getting out. You're getting out way more. Does that make sense to everybody? Do you see why that's a powerful tool? So this is where it gets tricky, because this can work against you, and this is what Albert Einstein was saying. He was saying that he who knows it earns it. He who doesn't pays it, because a credit card with a 24% interest rate, guess what that's doing? It's compounding, but it's compounding in the opposite direction. It's compounding against you. So this is why paying down high interest debt is so important.